Hello my friends and welcome back to another beautifully polygonal day here on my procedurally generated community Minecraft server. Last time we worked on the Great Drydock and we built my AFK vine farm tutorial in the card if you want to check that out. But why do you need an AFK vine farm when you can just go to a jungle and get all the vines you'll need for whatever project you're working on in one shulker box, right? Well, hey, maybe you want to go AFK and just let the machine do it while you're doing something else, you know? It's a very niche use case. I know this, people. But if you want to check out that AFK vine farm, that's what we worked on last time. So be sure to check it out. What are we going to work on this time? Well, last time when we were working on the AFK vine farm, I had a little bit of an accident. I have already replaced some of the tools that had fallen, but not all of them. So this is my chest plate and my, oh boy, I still got my Vito Pro pants. Awesome. So I can still go out bushcrafting. But I don't have anything for my boots and my helmet. And I made these. I was so mad at the time. I made these and then just was like, wait a minute. There's villagers and things over here at Heliopolis. So let me come over here to Heliopolis, which might be looking a lot different today. And that's because, Buttle has taken it to remodel the place again. She remodeled it the first time. I thought it looked amazing. Maybe she didn't like the fact that I was using her apartment complex as a breeding chamber. But something's going on over here with the breeding mechanics anyway. So we've moved all of those villagers into the temple. They're not converting into priests for some reason. We're not sure why. But they're not. So we're just going to leave them there, I guess. And she's going to do something here. So awesome. All right. So she's going to work on some more over here. And while she's working on that, I think what I'm going to do real fast is go ahead and get the equipment I need worked up. I need a helmet and I need boots. So over here, we've got both of those things, I do believe. Whoop. What do we got here? These are armorers. All right. So this guy has... You know, I don't know what he has yet. I don't know what any of these guys have yet, as a matter of fact, because none of them are unlocked. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to spend some time here, converting iron into emeralds, and then emeralds into other things. And then we're going to try to see what type of armor... Excuse me, sir. Mr. Bodyguard, sir. We might have to pull this guy and get him out of the way for now. Let's see here. Pick that up. Let me turn this on, and if you wouldn't mind coming with me... right this way. Thank you, sir. And then we'll go ahead and swap emeralds and miscellaneous and get these things unlocked, and let's see what type of gear I can actually turn out of this. Alright, my friends, I have made a whole bunch of trades with a whole bunch of villagers, and let me show you what I've got done. First things first, this is what I've ended up with. Just off the top, Protection 2 and Aqua Affinity. Probably the best helmet you can find. This is the guy who's got it. And down here, I got some Unbreaking 3 and Projectile Protection 4. Those boots are crazy. This guy right here had those. I unlocked all of them, so now they're all masters. Well, all of these guys are, you know, and they all have a little something. And each one's a little bit different or better than the other. Some of them just have similar things, but, you know, don't have the second part, you know. So it's just another place to go get some cheap armor real fast if you got a bunch of emeralds, right? This guy's also a master. Now we have some pickaxes opened up. That guy down here. These guys were difficult because they wouldn't open up their emerald trades. They're not doing their gig down there on their crafting bench back there for some reason. But he's a master now too, so we've got these guys. Master, 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 master. I'm still working on, pardon me. I'm still working on these guys, the cartographers. You know, we got to put a couple more into them. Alright, so they're expert in that thing. I think what I'm going to do is just make sure one of these fellas is a master and one of them is like an apprentice or a novice, you know. I think that would be kind of cool. All of these guys are books. I also unlocked these guys all the way. This one is now a master tradesman, craftsman. Those were the two words coming together in my mouth there. Over here, this guy's still working on it, but he's got a leather tunic, and then we can come over here and get the green leather cap. So if we wanted to, we could dress in green. Over here, I unlocked this butcher, and at the end of his master class level stuff, you could trade sweet berries for emeralds, so that's why I put the sweet berry sign there. His apprentice, his novice. Ooh, we can put together a chicken machine. Maybe we'll do that a little bit later. These guys, the two masons, this one's an expert, and this one is a master. As you can see, as you unlock down in the master, you get quartz, right? So that's what that big purchase is for. Down here, they've got purple glazed terracotta. Those are just some extra resources that I was coming down here and trading with to get these guys all unlocked. The apprentice Fletcher, but the master Fletcher, look what he's got. He's got arrows of slowness, some bows and things like that. All of these guys are masters, the fishermen. So we're over here trading fish, right, to get emeralds. And then we'll be back to trade string for those guys. I'm surprised these guys didn't have any string unlocks. They do have string unlocks, right there they are. And then all of the farmers, for some reason, are remaining locked out. They just don't want to harvest or do anything. They've got their composters there. I'm not sure why. This guy reopened. Okay, this guy reopened. These guys aren't, though. So these two seem to be doing their thing, and they're actually picking up stuff and harvesting also. So, wow, all of the guys are here now. What's left to do is, I guess, to bring Buttle over here and put up some armor stands. Get Xiphus over here also and put up signs and things around so we know what the gang are selling here. And speaking of Xiphus, he wanted me to come check out something he's working on over at Drydock Town, but he needed me to build a new portal for him. So let me go into the Nether and build that portal at the coordinates he gave me, and then we'll pop out and take a look and see what he's up to. Excuse me, you guys need to stay here until you embrace the Heliopolis way and become clerics of Heliopolis. Well, my friends, my buddy Xiphus asked me to stick a portal into the Nether side of things real fast for him because he was working on a project. So I went and did that. It's over there by the dry dock. It's a little bit close to it, but I popped out and what is he working on, right? Okay, let me go up here and take a quick peek real fast. Boo, boo, boo. This is the other galley. There's going to be one about this big in our dry dock. But while I was over there working on that, he wanted to come over here and kind of get started on this. And then, so this will be like the sister ship, I believe. And then over there is going to be like a pillager sloop, maybe? Or maybe over there it will be. Wow. I knew that the coral reef was close, but I didn't know it was this close, right? And then the pillager outpost is over that horizon just a little bit. And over that horizon just a little bit is the dry dock town. So this is going to be just far enough away that when you like take off to go fly away, you can see it. So cool. Right on. All right, let's see. Oh, I'm going to go back to what I was working on there, and then we'll come back and check in on Xiphus a little bit later, see how this project's coming along. Or maybe this will be the next thing we'll see. You never know. Well, gang, as you can see, we decided to stay over here and help him out and get this over with. Oh, duck down and get underneath here. I suspect he's going to put in some things down here. I don't know. Why not? I bet you there'll be chests or something. It's the hold. You've got to put something in the hold, right? All right, so wow, this whole thing is dried out, and this is just the template. He's got enough wood to make 2 of these, right? This one and the one back over the dry dock. So, wow. Okay, we're going to let him keep working on this, and then we're going to come back and see what's up with that. In the meantime, now that I've got all my new gear and all that other stuff, let's head over... No, let's go into my Redstone Testing world so I can show you one of the gate ideas I've been working on. I don't know if it's going to work because of travel time. I think I might have to go with an up and down dock gate, which apparently, according to Xiphus, that's how a lot of ones he researched are. So I'm going to, and it might make sense. I'm not really sure. All right, so let's go over to the testing world. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Welcome to my Redstone Testing world. Down below you can see some of the bee contraptions I was working around with when the bees were coming out. You can see some other things. The kelp farm from the Community Cultural Complex Center. What else is over there? Some gates. Some lightning. I was thinking about ways to make lightning using redstone lamps because they... you know, we'll get back to that later maybe. It's something to think about in the future. But, oh, here it goes. Let's see. Randomizer. Randomizer, I got them all. All right, sweet. So that's a randomizer right there. And I thought there was another randomizer. Maybe not. Anyways, all these miscellaneous things that I've worked on over time, including the AFK kelp farm, which we saw last time, and some slime block, honey block interactions I was experimenting with. This was I was thinking piston tape, but as you can see, it just kind of locks on, and they don't interact, but it's still going to push one block out there, and it's not going to work the way I wanted to. So what I ended up doing was finding some concepts that worked out. This one, I was sending it back and forth, trying to get an idea of how long it can be. Before I screwed it up. And then there's this one, which I created. Oh, fortunately, that worked for me. Let me go ahead and turn this back on so it doesn't happen like that again. So that can go all the way up and then hit it again, and then it'll pull it all the way down. So this might be what we end up with at the dry dock. You know, we might have this happening. You know, this might be just below the lip of wherever the top is. But then that thing will be there, you know, making it stand out that that the gate is like one block there. If that block is, oh man, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. Maybe make, oh boy, who knows? We'll figure something out, you know, because that's why I was like, well, then there's something floating up in the air. And then I said, well, maybe if I build this sideways using this redstone, it'll work, you know, using observer blocks. But I don't think it's 0 tick anymore. Like if I hit this, all of the observer blocks at one point in time were all 0 tick, so they would have all fired simultaneously, I guess is the best way to explain that. And in that fashion, all of those would have fired simultaneous to those firing, which would have sent pulse into there. But I don't think it works that way anymore. So we're going to run this a test, and if it works going in and closing up, and yeah, I probably should have built it on the inside and then going out the other way. Well, let's see. Let's see if it works. Signal's going. Oh, see, this is what's a bummer. It's going to go straight up. What happened there? All right, gang, it turns out I didn't have these observer blocks facing into them. I wanted them... That's my priming pan, my firing pans, if you will. I built all of this. I made sure that column wasn't there. So while I was building all of this, it wouldn't inadvertently send it over. Okay, so what this is, again, is just that build horizontal instead of vertical. Whew. I don't know if it's going to work. I got a bad feeling about it. Let's give it a shot. Ah, man, it looks like it went, and then why did it stop? Did I forget some integral part? No, it's just those got stuck. They just blip, 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 and got stuck all the way up. All right. All right, well, I'm going to work on this for a little bit, but I kind of want to think about it later. So let's head back over to the spider farm and see if I can clear out some of that space and put a little more work into that while I think about this. All right, so we've got a few more of the space cleared out, a few more rocks cleared out, a little bit more of the space cleared out. Again, both thoughts coming together in my mouth at the same time. Sometimes it comes out like that. And these are the 4 spider spawners that are in the area. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Anywhere on this white strip, they will all turn on. Trust me, that one down below is on. If I run real fast... Hey, it's still on. No, I'm just kidding. It'll stay on. So that's super cool. So we've got 4 of them, and they're all going to work. And what I really need to do is figure out what level that's going to be maximized at as I get ready to rumble with this spider. There you go. Okay. Whew. So I need to clear out a little space. All right. More space. Ugh. All right. A little bit more. Be right back. So here we are back in the redstone testing world, checking out this monstrosity that failed because I can't do redstone sideways. So I went out and checked out Ilmingo's videos on flying machines to learn a little bit more about them because, as you can see, I hardly know anything about them. And then after watching that, Mumbo Jumbo had his video pop up with the giant door, and it was the door we needed. So this is the door we're using. Thank you, Mumbo. Here we can see the flying machine and how it's going to operate. All right, so if this... mossy cobblestone wall, no, excuse me, mossy stone brick wall represents the side and the floor of the dry dock, then that would be the door. And I just put these blocks on here for now as they are. They'll go diagonally later, so it'll look a little bit better. And maybe then I won't have a red block at the top, but we'll see. We'll see. It is currently in the upper position. This is not, this is to scale, not actual scale. I don't know. Well, let's just say that this is just to see how many I could do. So how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 segmented pieces plus the main launching body and retracting body. So it's in the up position, and if you want to make it go down, you would do this, and it'll pull it all down, such. While that's doing that, let me reset the sun. Did I not? Or did I just? Oh, it's just happens to be just that bright at 5 as it was at almost not 5. Counter 5, as we'll say. All right, so there it is retracted, right? So then all the water would be gushing in, filling up the dry dock. And then the same beam would be used here to send a pulse down the observer block line. And it's scalable across the edge. So we would definitely put this block in, probably this block in last. That'll be our firing pin block. All right, and like I said, it's scalable, so we can go as far across as we need to, and we can go as tall as we need to. Right now, What block is... Okay, that obsidian block is preventing it from going all the way up. Let me showcase that as it goes back up again. All right, so that's the order it's going up in. So if at some point we want to stop this thing that's not up there, we just need to stop the one below it from pushing its piston, right? So I guess down here we could put... If this one doesn't fire its piston, it won't push it up anymore. So how do we prevent this one from firing its piston once it gets to this position? Something to think about. Maybe I can do that, or maybe I can keep it from moving after a certain point. Like it's going to move up into the position. No, it can't move up into that position and then not fire because that'll be there. But maybe... this one? Oh, no, and I couldn't even... Oh, okay, I was thinking about sticking another... This is what I was thinking. I'd stick another one down here somewhere low and put the stop block down here instead of up in the air. But then it would just run into its launching stuff here, so that won't work. So maybe this is it, and we just happen to have, you know, 1, 2, 3 blocks of water. Starts gushing in, and I think that's a reasonable amount to make it look like water's gushing in, and it'll start covering up the other obsidian blocks that are there. And as the walls continue going down, the other bits will come out and flow out also. But, you know, it'll all look... We'll see how it looks. We'll see how it looks. So this is what we got to do, but if we got to do this, we need a couple of things. Let's head back into the real world of the Minecraft world and showcase those real fast. All right, so we're back here in Orange Town, gliding in ever so slightly as I try to remember where everything I need is. Okay, we need a lot of observer blocks, just as you saw, so that means we're going to need redstone dust, we're going to need cobblestone, I believe, and I believe we're going to need quartz, okay? So, in addition to those things, we're going to need a whole bunch of slime blocks. Okay, so let's go down here and see how the slime farm's operating so far. Whoops, what's that one little gap doing there? All right, where was that ladder? Okay, there's the ladder. Whoops, looks like somebody had an accident over here. Might have been me, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, the ladder transition from left side to right side, or upside to downside. Now it looks like I'm going up to me. Now it looks like I'm going down. Do you ever have that perspective when you're looking at those things? Oh my goodness, here we go. All right, so this thing is still running. Let's see how many we got over here for now. One stack of slime blocks is probably not going to be enough. I would like to see this thing completely filled with slime balls, if I'm being completely honest with you. We're going to need a lot of slime blocks, and we're going to need a lot of you-know-what. We're going to need a whole bunch of you-know-what. That's right, honey blocks. I know we have a handful, and only a handful, because I didn't get too many of them the first time I made. I mean, I went AFK, I got some, I started using them to do a couple little things, but then I got caught up in the Drydock project real fast, and I got caught up in the other project we were all doing, you know, things like that. It is midday, it's almost time for the midday dip. Let's see if you can perceive the midday dip as we head on over, who almost lost it, to the bee farm. Oh, look at that. I think it just happened, the midday dip. You ever notice that when you're playing, and all of a sudden, the shade goes from a brighter shade to a... Maybe I don't notice it as it's getting brighter, but when it goes from going brighter to suddenly going darker, or if it just suddenly dips into a rotation of animation where that just happens to be darker. I say animation, you know. I don't know. That's a curiosity. But here we are coming into the beehive. It looks like they're still working on the upper dome of the bee dome. Let's see here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Almost had a float plane landing. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, before I go in, let me go ahead and make sure I'm really ready. What do I got on? All right, what do I got on? This is what I look like? Hold on a second. Bang. What do you think? I got my beekeeper's outfit on. Thank you very much, Buttle, for me giving a beekeeper's outfit to keep me nice and safe. Actually, I should put on my wings. Boop. So that I look like more like a bee. Do I look more like a bee now, gang? Bzzz. Okay, let's get in there. Let's see if we can get... What do we need? More honey blocks? Still, I really do like this build. Good job, Buttle. Looks really nice. Oh, she decided to keep the honey block chunk. Oh, and she spruced up. Oh, she's keeping them in those boxes with the fire underneath here, I presume. All right, I guess I can't push it back up unless I stop clicking on that grass block. What else is going on around here? Let's see. More of those. Oh, cool. Okay, let's go. Hi, bees. Hi, bees. It's just me, your friendly neighborhood beekeeper. Nothing to see here. Dude, these bees are cool. All right, where's my little entrance? There it is. Down we go. All right, so we need honey blocks. And honey blocks means the last 4 chambers over here. How are we doing? Not producing so much, but that means there's a whole bunch of juice back there to be squeezed, and this makes for a perfect time to go AFK. I love the flag, Xiphus. This must be the location. This looks awesome, my friends. Oh, man, and so does this whole build. If you don't remember how we built this, then you should check out the build log in the bottom left for more like this right away, because that's all the time I have for today, my friends. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to see more, be sure to subscribe, because we have some more stuff coming. I'm going to AFK overnight, see how many honey blocks I get, and then we're going to meet up with the rest of the crew and get to building on the Drydock Gate. Dude!